Hello everybody and welcome again. Welcome to my kitchen. You will notice that this part is clean, but that part is a mess, but that's okay. I don't think you can see that part. I am going to do Mexican real fast. It is a kit that Epicure has. I have 3 stations here. So I have the protein station, which is going to be chicken, and then I also have the black beans. I'm going to do a poco picante station, which is pretty much your salsa, and then I'm going to do a guacamole station. So I'm going to show you how quick you can make Mexican food from raw to ready in 20 minutes or less. Are you guys ready? Who here is familiar with Epicure? I'm going to go ahead and go on the computer so I can keep up with everybody, and if you have questions, I will do my best to answer them as we go, right? It depends on if the computer is going to cooperate with me. I think it will. It looks good. Let me just click on this to expand. There we go. And then I'm going to click my volume off. So the way it sounds is I am a couple minutes, like a couple seconds behind. But anyway, so 2 things. I have a dog. Occasionally you might hear him bark. Hopefully you won't. I also have, my husband should be walking in from work anytime. So oftentimes I'll have to stop and say, hey, wait, I'm doing a live. Anyway, okay. Just so you all know. Okay, so first of all, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Epicure. If you have if you're familiar with Epicure, go ahead and comment what your favorite item is, right? We've all got favorite items for our favorite companies. The reason I'm in Epicure is because I love it. I love the food that they offer and I use it all the time. My son will even tell you we use it all the time. He'll help me too. He's epic extraordinaire. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Epicure Mexican kit, the first jar is fajita. The fajita seasoning is awesome because it's got low sodium. There's no salt or very little salt in it, which is nice. The great thing about it is most of Epicure is gluten-free, non-GMO. I apologize if some of you are non-meat eaters. I wanted to have this done ahead of time, but I didn't quite get it done, so I apologize that I'm cutting the meat. But I won't apologize about this knife. This is our ceramic knife. It's awesome. It cuts really good. You could just kind of go through. It looks like I'm working hard, but that's only because I'm trying to cut in my my thin lines here. I'm going to make Mexican fajitas in the microwave steamer. Anyway, back to the knife. This knife is a ceramic knife. What's really nice about it is that it is just that, ceramic. So when you're cutting apples or you're cutting avocado, it doesn't turn brown very fast. How many of you have that fight? Oh my goodness, you cut it and like 5 minutes after you cut it, it's already brown. You're like, what the heck? That's why, because it oxidates, and unfortunately that's what it is. So if you're on here with me, go ahead and say hello. I'm going to go ahead and as I'm slicing, I'm going to put this in my microwave steamer. Or this is a multi-purpose steamer. The nice thing is it's got vents on it. It's purple. I love purple. It could go in the oven, the microwave, in the fridge, on the table, and you don't have to use 50 dishes. It's a 1-dish deal, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you. It also comes with an insert. This is nice for making bacon on, making potato chips. There's so many different ways you could use it. If you want to put your chicken on the bottom and your vegetables on top, or your protein, whatever your protein's going to be, you can. It makes it really super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and then as I cut, I'm just going to put it in my thing here. I probably could have cut a little bit more fat off of that, but I did not. The other thing that is awesome about these knives is they come with a cover. One thing to tell you is these knives are not for cutting really hard items. Like you can't cut bones, you can't cut like hard vegetables and hard fruit because it will break. And let me tell you, we had a little story. I tell the story all the time because it's a perfect reason or a perfect reminder. I had just gotten these and I was doing a kids cooking class in my dining room, and I had set up the table and each child had a knife at their spot, and I had just gotten this knife. It was brand new with Epicure, and my son decided to take it outside for a test run. And so he threw it at a tree, which is okay. I mean, it was a learning thing. And so it chipped the top. So I don't know if you can see that from where you are, but it's definitely chipped. So you definitely want to make sure that you're not using hard things. And that's kind of why I keep it, because it reminds me to tell everybody that it's only for soft vegetables and soft fruits. So I'm cutting these kind of in half to kind of even out the cooking time here. So now, the nice thing about Epicure is, of course, I told you that it's low sodium. The nice thing is you get what's in the jar. You get what's supposed to be in the jar. You don't get any fillers. And a lot of the stuff that you might buy at the supermarket has a lot of fillers. So that is a benefit of Epicure. That's one reason why we love Epicure. I'm going to go ahead. It says just to use 2 chicken breasts, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut up all 3 because they're here. Of course, what my family doesn't use today, we could always use tomorrow for lunch. Cook once, eat twice is our little motto. The other thing is that with Epicure seasons and spices, it's exactly what you think it's going to be. And like I said, a lot of the stuff at the grocery store has fillers in it, and you don't know really what's in it. And the sodium content is normally super, super high with the stuff that you buy in the store. The other thing about this jar is that it's more than one use, right? So when you look at the price, some people get sticker shock, but they don't realize that it's not a one-time use jar. It's a jar that you use a lot of times. I'm gonna just throw this in the trash. This cutting board is awesome because what you could technically do once you're done cutting your meat, you can flip it over and use the other side, but I'm just going to move it out of our way because I'm going to cut some vegetables and I just want to move it. So I'm going to do that, get rid of that. This is an older Epicure knife, which is, I love it because it's a little bit bigger, and Epicure does have the bigger one now, but in the black, I just haven't gotten it yet. So now the nice thing about Epicure too is that you can pick what fruits and vegetables you want to use with all the different meal solutions and the meal kits. And right now with fajitas, like I said, you don't have to use chicken. You could use any kind of protein you want. You can use tofu. You can use jackfruit. You can use whatever you want with it. It's up to you. And that's what makes Epicure so awesome compared to some of those box stuff that you might find shipped, those shipping boxes. And the nice thing is that you can pick what you want in your meals. You don't have to use what they offer for that meal kit. And that's what's awesome. And if you don't go to the grocery store and you want to save time, you can do click and collect. Click and collect. And it really does make it so much easier. The other nice thing is that when you're using Epicure and you're doing the click collect, plan your meals ahead of time. So if you go ahead and you plan your meals, all your meals for this week, it really does save you time. Can you, like, honestly, let's just think about this for a minute. If you go to the grocery store, you make a menu for the week, and Epicure makes it super simple to make menus. You make your menu for the week, and then you turn around and you shop, because all of our food says what to do. Like this Mexican kit comes with recipe cards, 5 recipe cards and your shopping list. And you bring it home. What do? Do you bring it home like this, and then you have to still prep it the day that you're cooking like I am right now? It's only a 20-minute job. But you could go one step further, and the day that you come home from the grocery store, if I know that I'm using red pepper, for example, to make my fajitas, but I also know I want to put it in a salad jar, I'm going to cut it for fajitas, but I'm going to dice it up for a salad jar too, right? So it's bringing it home and preparing it that day. And I'm telling you, for me, when I do it that way, I have such a better success with my weekly plan. And the other thing is that if you know what meals you're already planning for the week, it really does make it easy. But if you have kids and they want to select something different, they can definitely select something totally different than what you planned because you already know you've got the meals planned. They just need to pick what they want what day. Nice thing about these pads or cutting boards is that you can turn them and bend them. Those come in a set of 4. They come in 2 little ones and 2 big ones, and they're awesome. So I've got all of my vegetables and my meat in here. I could definitely add more vegetables, but for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and wait. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and wait, but I am going to go ahead and take my seasoning. I'm going to use the 4-in-1 spice spoon. There's a tablespoon, a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon. These are awesome. How many of you go in a drawer and you've got to search through all those teaspoons and measuring spoons to find exactly what you're looking for? I'm going to use this different ways today, so it really makes it super simple. The seasoning, again, because it's pure, you definitely don't need as much as you would normally need when you're buying it at the grocery store, but it's all based on taste and how you like it, really. That's really what it is. I'm doing 3 teaspoons right now. Go ahead and put the lid back on that. Move that over here to my beans because that'll be the next time I use it. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a little bit of a stir just to kind of mix it up a little bit. How many of you like fajitas? Do you prefer tacos or fajitas? They're all good if you ask me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put that in there. I'm going to put this on top of the thing here so that it doesn't touch anything else. Again, it's got the little breather points for the steam. And anytime that you use this in the microwave, always when you take it out, take the lid off first, away from you so the steam can get out, and then take it out of the microwave because you really don't want your face full of steam because that hurts. I may have done it once or twice. So I'm only going to put this in for 3 minutes. The reason I do that is because the first 3 minutes is plenty enough time to give it a stir, see how it's doing, and then I can decide how much longer I want to put it in the microwave. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do my salsa next. So when I'm doing an in-home party, I do it in stages. So the protein would be one stage. Then the next thing will be for this one, it's going to be our salsa. So what I do is I just cut the tomatoes. The nice thing about this is that you can technically use a can of diced tomatoes if you have that on hand. So say you have an evening and you just want a snack, you could just grab a can of diced tomatoes and the poco picante and you're done. And the other thing that's really good about Epicure is that you don't have to use it for what it's for. So just because it says poco picante and you use it for salsa, you can use it to make anything. You can use it to put in your mac and cheese. You can use it for your eggs if you like them a little bit spicier. However you want to use it, sky's the limit with Epicure. It's not necessarily just what the jar says. So we're going to go ahead and cut these up. I'm going to go ahead and get the other tomato here. Okay. Oopsies. Okay. So then the other thing is the next thing that comes with the Epicure Mexican Good Food Real Fast Kit is the poco picante. Again, I'm making it super fast. I'm showing you how fast you can make it when you're in a hurry. But let me tell you, you can add so much more to this if you want. The idea is that we give you the starter and you finish it however you want. If you want it super simple one night, you could do it super simple. If you have kids and you want them to make it, they can certainly make it. You can do it where you add stuff to it. You could add some onions if you want extra onions. You could add some cilantro if you're a cilantro person. You can add so many things to it if that's what you want. But honestly, you could be super simple too, because the whole idea of Epicure is we put everything, you can't really see because I got my sticker on the bottom, but we put everything in the jar for you. All you need is a little bit of time for it to rehydrate, and it's delicious. And the poco picante, it might say one amount to put into your bowl, but be careful because it is super spicy. And again, the nice thing with Epicure is there's no fillers. So it is what it says it is, and it could be pretty pungent on the taste. So I am going to dump this out. Actually, not there. Get a different bowl. Okay, dump out my little tomatoes because I'm not going to use those. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump this right into my bowl. Again, another benefit of having these cutting boards that bend. Okay. Then the next thing is it just says to add lime. If you only have a squirt of lime, like I didn't have any lime today. I normally have fresh limes, but I didn't have any. But I always keep this on hand because you never know. So just add a squirt of this and then go ahead and I'm just going to put I'm going to put 1 teaspoon in because like I said, it is pungent. It's very, very strong. And my little guy doesn't like it too strong. So I'm just going to put 1 in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a stir and let it hydrate. So then I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to go ahead and check on our chicken. Whoops. My hair's falling out. Check on our chicken and see how that's doing. Again, take the lid off first. Let the steam evaporate a little bit. And then here it is. So I'm just going to give it another stir. So I made some breast of chicken earlier in the rectangular steamer. And that one only took 3 minutes to be finished. This one, because I'm doing 3 chicken breasts, it might take longer than my normal 6 minutes. It might be 8 minutes looking at it. But again, your microwave will be totally different. So you just got to kind of check on it and see. And let me tell you, when you make chicken in the microwave or hamburger, you might be thinking, gross. Oh, no. It is so very good. And let me tell you, the first time I made chicken in the microwave, I was at a customer's house doing an Epicure party. big fail. Oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed because I've never made hamburger in the microwave, so I had no clue. I never made meat in the microwave, period, because I just don't like that idea. And oh my goodness, it was a fail. It was a complete fail, I'm gonna be honest. But now I know, and it's actually delicious. Like I love doing it this way so much more. And I will show you a little clip from Epicure about cooking in the microwave, because some of you might be shy about that. But I'm going to show you a clip that our nutritionist and dietitian from Epicure did, and it's amazing video. So what I'm doing now is I've moved on to our guacamole. This is the third jar that comes in this kit. I have to excuse myself again. This is the third jar that comes in the kit, and it's the guacamole seasoning. And this is my favorite. And I will tell you that a friend of mine that did not like guacamole at all started eating this, and she gave it a try at one of my open house, and she loved it. She just said, Sandra, oh my gosh, I had no idea guacamole tasted so good. And I think what happens when you're at the stuff at the store, it's got a bunch of fillers and a bunch of crazy stuff, so it's not like pure avocado and pure seasoning. So that's just my own personal opinion, but just to let you know, if you've never tried it, or if you already think you don't like guacamole, give it a try. It's really good. So here with the guacamole and the avocado, I actually do, that's how I cut it up. I like my guacamole chunky. I just love avocado, so it doesn't bother me if it's chunky. Some people don't like it chunky. They want it really mashed good. The other thing is, if you like dairy, I'm not a huge dairy fan, so unfortunately I don't put a lot of dairy in there. You can add Greek yogurt in there if you want. You could add sour cream in there, and you can add coconut yogurt, plain coconut yogurt, to make it more of a creamy type base. I personally just use avocados and lemon or lime. That's it. I don't add any of the cream base. So just all preference, right? And that's the great thing about Epicure. You put it together how you want it, and you take out or add whatever you want. For the carbs, if you wanted to use protein, or if you'd like to use rice, you could use rice. If you would like to use something else, like pitas for your carb, whatever you want, it's up to you, right? And the best thing about Epicure is we have this program. It's called Good Food, Real Results, and it gives you everything in the kit, and it gives you recipes just to kind of teach you to. Somebody's really trying to get a hold of me, and I should have turned all those notices off. I didn't. Just to teach you how to better portion control and give you ideas for new menus and planning and stuff like that. It's just pretty much, it's a great program. So I decided to get on here and do this backwards. I normally do the class towards the middle or the last, but I thought, you know what, why not show you guys, to give you an idea of what Epicure is as we get started. Okay, so that is our avocado in there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the other side, and I'm going to do two overloaded teaspoons. Actually, I'm going to do 3 because it's normally 2 tablespoons, but I'm going to do 3. And again, it's got all of that stuff in there, but once it's hydrated, it comes right out. Some lime, and then of course you could add sour cream or whatever you want to it. The other thing that I like to use when I'm making my guacamole is my masher. This masher is really nice. It's got the 3, and it really does mash up your avocado. If you decided not to cut it and you peel your avocado a different way, or mashed potatoes, or hamburger, or any kind of tofu, whatever you need. This works wonders when you need to chop stuff up. Okay, so that is done. Just going to go ahead and scrape this off. Give it a whirl, a little bit of a spin here. There we go. Like I said, this is my favorite. And then you could leave it in the bowl if you want, or I like to put them in my 4-in-1 prep bowl, or my prep bowls. They come in a set of 4. They come with a silicone lid, and it's a measuring cup too. So this cup full is 1 cup, And then it's got the measurements on it for a quarter, a half, and 3/4, and then it's also got milliliters. But remember, filled, it's a full cup. It comes with a silicone lid, kind of like this. Well, just like this. And it's nice because if you put something in there that's leak proof, or that's liquid, it's leak proof. So these are awesome. Like I said, they come in a set of 4. They make a great gift. So I'm going to put it in here only because I really want it to, kind of mend together and hydrate a little bit better. And I feel like if it's in this dish, it's not going to hydrate as much. Like, it will. I take that back. It's just that it's, see, I told you guys. Oh my goodness. I just feel that it's more liquid for it to hydrate. So I'm going to put that here. So you heard the microwave go off. I'm going to put that there. Okay, I apologize. That dog barking just makes me crazy. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show you is that our spatulas are phenomenal. So I really love them because of this. See how that is still got stuff in it? Using our spatulas, look at how it cleans everything because it's silicone and it's one-piece silicone. So the nice thing is that it's just one piece. There's no nooks and crannies where things can get lost in there. So these are, look at that. Look how much more I got on this spoon. So I wanted to show you that. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and turn on broil here to get that started. So then I'm going to take out my chicken, give it another check. Remember, I already put it in for 3 and then I stirred it and then I put it in for 3 more. So I'm going to go ahead and give it another check. And now it's actually looking good. Just going to stir it up a little bit. And again, these are silicone. The tongs, I love them. I think they're grip and grabs is what they're called through Epicure. But growing up, we call them tongs. So I just give it a little bit of a push down just to kind of break it up a little bit more. Because it, it's, when it's cooked like that and it's all in one piece, it just kind of sticks together. But you can see, I can see that it's done. It's so moist. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Just give it a little bit of a whirl here. Okay. So that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Hopefully you can see that in smell-o-vision. It smells delicious. And it's pretty much done. So all I really need to do now is cut up the sides. I have my sour cream ready. I have my shredded cheese ready. I just need to cut up my lettuce. Cut up my lettuce. Put my pitas on my tray here. And because my husband's not home yet, I'm just going to put on 2. Just for the sake of doing that, so I can show you all. And then I'm going to show you how to make a super quick dessert. Who likes dessert? Whew. I'm going to put on 3. I like. So I'm going to go ahead and just put on a timer for a minute because I like to forget about things. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my delicious dessert. Who here is excited about the fall? I love autumn. Who likes apple season? So I'm just going to go ahead and wash these little apples here real quick. And the nice thing is that we have this wonderful rack. I don't know if you can see the rack that I'm using here. It is awesome. It's called the roll-up rack. And the nice thing about our roll-up rack is that it is just that. It is my roll-up rack. Look at this. It rolls up and gives you extra drying rack time, drying if you need it. And then it rolls up so that storage is super easy. And then you could also use it on the table for a hot pot because it's silicone, right? Okay, so we're going to stop that and cancel that. I'm going to grab one more cutting board. I have lots of these. I love these things. You should hit the right key when you need it. So I'm going to go ahead and take these pitas out. Now, another thing I like to do is if I'm making some kind of salad dressing, so if you wanted a salad with this, you can make the salad dressing and then you could just kind of baste it over, and it really does make a delicious, delicious little chip. Okay, so I'm just going to set that there for now. Okay, and then I'm going to go into our dessert. And mind you, I did not use chicken with this knife, so this knife is good. I've got my more wax cloth here. Okay, so for our dessert, it's going to be a crustless apple pie. Who likes apple pie? Who doesn't like the headache of having to peel all your apples and get them all ready? And I mean, sometimes it's fun. I won't lie. Sometimes it's fun to make a nice pie with the right company. So all you do is you just cut up your apple, however you want, into slices, hopefully. Now with this, you can add graham cracker crumb if you want. You can add oatmeal if you want. You can just leave it plain, crustless apple pie. And the nice thing is less carbs, right? Because it's all natural. Okay, so all day, I think you can all relate. No phone calls, nothing. And then the second that you're doing a cooking class online, you get a bazillion phone calls. So I apologize. So with this, if you wanted, you could add a little bit of butter. You could add whatever you want, like I said. But the nice thing about using the rectangular steamer is that it's perfect for 1 or 2 people. It's perfect for a small dessert. You can make some bread bowls with it, or a loaf with it. So then you just kind of scatter this all over in there. And then you take the pie spice, apple pie spice. It is delicious. Okay, put this here. Get out the apple pie spice. Okay, and then just give it a shake. If it was an open jar, you would just give it a shake. So get out the other jar. And the reason why I didn't have any of this prepped and ready to go is because I wanted to show you all how super simple it is to make the meal from scratch without having your meal prep ready. But it is a good idea when you're doing your weekly meal planning, meal prepping. So I'm just going to put that in there for 3 minutes. It's probably going to be too long, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to take this. So that is our meal kit. So our meal is done. We're just going to go ahead and plate it. And the nice thing about doing it this way is that you have so many options. You could do a salad. You could do so many things. I'm going to do my beans later just to save time. But that is an option for you. I'm going to go ahead and put my meat on over here. Oh, it smells so good, let me tell you. And the nice thing about the steamer too is it keeps everything hot because it's silicone, right? So as long as your lid is on there, it keeps it nice and hot. Get some color in there. Yum, I love having my vegetables for sure. And because I stirred up my meat with that utensil, it was hot enough that it got the utensil really hot. So I'm not worried about anything being crazy. Then you take a spoonful. Now, just going to show you up close, hopefully you can see this, how delicious that looks. Actually, the lights aren't on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them on so that you can see how close up and personal, how delicious. I didn't put, like I said, I didn't put a ton of seasoning in this one. But you can see where see how now it's got onions and everything in it, and I didn't chop up those onions to put in there. Same with our guacamole. Let me show you. I'm gonna get a spoon out of here. Look at all of that. Look at all that color. Like it looks like it's got tomatoes. It looks like it's got all kinds of goodness in there, and it doesn't. You saw what I put in there, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put. I love guacamole, so I don't mind spreading on a little bit of guacamole. Yum. Then a little bit of tomatoes. And then again, sky's the limit. If you would like to add some cheese, or if you would like to add some beans to it, you could do beans. If you would like to add a little bit of sour cream or lettuce, sky's the limit. It's pretty much whatever you want, and that's what's so great about Epicure. So anything about this meal, you could honestly just change up. or you could just do it the way I just did it. And there you have it. Dinner is done. We're going to check real quick on our dessert. Again, take your lid off away from you. Oh, it smells so good. Let's do another spoon. Stir this up a little bit. Oh, you guys, look at delicious. It smells so good. Serve that up with either some oats or serve it up with some vanilla ice cream. See how it's already got the seasoning in there? Just stir that up a little to get rid of the clumps of the seasoning. And you've got apple pie, crustless apple pie. Talk about health right there. Health in a bowl. Yum. So then I would go ahead and put that in a bowl with a little bit of ice cream. And then we're done. Dinner is served. So let me do that real quick. And that was only 2.5 minutes. So I have dinner and our dessert all ready to go. What do you think? Super simple, right? So this is what Epicure is all about. It's about being simple. But again, if you wanted to have a side of salad or a side of broccoli or, you know, perfect portion your plate and add all those extra vegetables, you certainly could. And it's sky's the limit for you. You get to pick the vegetables, you get to pick the protein, and you get to pick what goes on it. We just give you all the seasoning so you don't have to think about all that extra purchasing and buying for the meal. So we have poco picante, fajita, guacamole, and then this kit also comes with the nacho cheese that I did not make tonight because I ran out. The nacho cheese, and that is comes with 5 recipe cards and 1 shopping list. And tell me, is this not a great gift for somebody? Like, you add this with the big steamer and you've got a perfect gift for somebody for Christmas. And the nice thing is we can direct ship. So we'll direct ship your orders to you, but we'll also direct ship orders to any people that you have that you want to buy gifts for. Why not, right? Do it that way and get it done with this year. And then just tell them, don't open it until the date that I give you. So anyway, so that is our Good Food Real Fast Mexican kit. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have, if you have any questions, you'll let me know. Hi, Christine. I am popular tonight, right? I'm just seeing your posts. Yeah, that's weird that my phone rang that many times and it was all different people. That is so weird. So anyway, so yeah, dinner at my house, Christine, and actually you're close enough. I can bring you dinner tonight if you want it. Just let me know. I've got enough to share for you and your husband because I know the baby's not going to eat it. So anyway, so that's what we got. The other thing is I wanted to point out is that our meal solutions. So you might be looking as I'm posting and you want to know what's the difference between a Good Food Real Fast meal kit and a meal solution. Our meal solutions come in a packet of 3, a set of 3, and as I'm posting you'll learn a bit more about what the choices are. But the nice thing is that it's got the directions. It gives you alternatives for any kind of sorry, I'm just going to end this. It gives you alternatives for any type of protein. So if you know, it's something that says pulled chicken, they might say jackfruit is another option because they want to give everybody the opportunity. So just because it says chicken on it, it doesn't have chicken in it. It's just an idea, right? Everything is bolded on the back of it. So anytime that you need to go grocery shopping, it's all right there for you. It doesn't get any easier than that. Another good thing is a friend of mine gave me the idea to buy one of these things at the dollar store. And it's just a simple clear container, and then you could put your 7 meals in it for the week, and it's cook once, eat twice, right? So whatever you cook today could be hopefully lunch for tomorrow, and then the desserts, and that's it. It's ready to go for the week. So when you go grocery shopping, you bring home your groceries, you prep by cutting, chopping, putting them in containers, putting them in the fridge so they're easy to grab and go, and then you grab your meal. The kid, if you have kids, the kids can pick what they want for that day because you've already got it prepped and prepared in the fridge, right? So that's the super simple thing about it. And making everything custom for your kids and your family. Customizing things. If you know your kids will never eat peppers, don't put peppers in. If you know they'll never eat the chicken, they want hamburger, trade it up and put hamburger in there. Sky's the limit, right? I had this in here because these would make great gifts with maybe a spatula for somebody. Also, we have the Extraordinary Cheese Dip, which you'll learn more about this week, in a gift bag, which is a great idea. So holidays are coming, so keep your eyes open for all the holiday suggestions that I'll have. And yeah, if you have any questions, please post them below. If you're rewatching this, hashtag replay, and then I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. So thanks for joining me, and I'm going to go ahead and enjoy some great dinner and share it with my son, and we'll talk to you all real soon. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.